Jerry, a very difficult afternoon in Essex. Your assessment on today's performance?
In all honesty, a real bad one. Congratulations to Robbie and his team. They were a better side than us today. I think the game was lost probably in the first 20 minutes. We started awful. Honestly, we looked really jaded. We didn't get off the bus well. We didn't look like we had anything in us from the start of the game in regards of sharpness, thinking in our minds bright, physically a bit off it. But no excuses in travelling here. You're in a league where you've got to travel, of course you are. Game Tuesday, train Thursday. You know, we looked after them as much as we could on Thursday. But yeah, we couldn't raise a gallop. And yeah, and obviously they're very good at what they do. They've got some real athletic players in wide areas. Obviously Greenwich at the top as well. And they were landing on every second ball. We couldn't cope with that. But then, I mean, if you look at the goals, you probably won't concede 3 worse goals than that in a season. They're awful goals for us to concede. I'll give credit to the boys' second half. We changed the shape, changed the personnel. We had to. We had a go and we had a spell where Jordan Tilson had a really good opportunity, couldn't quite put it in the corner of the net. Solwan J. Smith had a couple of opportunities as well. Likewise, one took a deflection and just gone. Looks like he's going in. But in all honesty, we didn't deserve anything from the game. That would have been just given us a little bit of an opportunity to try and get back into the game. But yeah, like I said, it's one to put to bed. The disappointing thing, concerning thing is another loss away from home. Obviously, our form at home is very good, but we can't dish up a performance like that because I thought we lacked a lot of quality when we got the ball back as well. We didn't look like us when we got the ball back at all. So I said to him, it'll be a tough week now. It's one of those things in football. You have a win, then you lose one. But if you lose in that manner, it's a tough week because you're all a bit grouchy and a bit miserable and a bit down on it all. Obviously, it throws up some question marks in personnel, question marks in what team selection it should be for next week. So yeah, we have to analyse it. Of course we do. We'll have a good few days to do that. But that, yeah, it wasn't an acceptable one. I apologise to the fans for that one because we brought a few over here today. A lot of people have travelled and paid their money to come across, and we've not put in a good enough performance for them to watch.
You were forced to tweak it at half-time because of the way the game was going, and then forced to again before the end. Jordan Tilson, I thought, did quite well in the middle of midfield, then has to go at full-back. Joe Raines comes off. I mean, what's the latest with Joe? Didn't look too good.
No, fine. I think he's just turned his ankle a little bit, but yeah, you made a decision to take him off anyway. So we haven't defended well at all today, right across the park. And whether it means when we start a game, whether we screen on or throw in, that's how the game started over the far side. It was a throw-in and they attacked us straight away from it. The ball was out of play a lot today, and they were better than us when the ball went out of play. The game's full of restarts. I should imagine the ball would have been out of play probably 58, 55 minutes or something like that today. A lot of restarts, which I mean throw-ins, free kicks, corners. And we haven't been good enough for that, whether it means screening, popping out, being aggressive. They've always landed on that second ball. When balls are going up to the front, we've gone a little bit more direct second half because we had to, and we felt as if the pitch wasn't wide enough. We know what it's like here. We couldn't really get Ewan and Elliott in the game first half. That's why I took them off. It's tactically. And I feel sorry for them to a certain extent because we didn't show enough quality to get them on the ball high and wide then. Fullbacks didn't get out enough. So all that identity that we know we are, we didn't see. And that's twofold. It's getting to the game physically and mentally first. And then the ones who have got the bravery and the calmness, which we are good at, to go and put your foot on the ball and actually get a couple of passes in to get our attacking players high and wide. We couldn't do that. So again, credit to Chelmsford, better than us, deserve the points. But we've got to work out what we want to be because we set targets in-house, and at the moment we win a game, and people say, well, it's better than drawing 2, but I don't want that. I want some consistency in it. I like clean sheets. We've kept 3 or 4 already. And coming away from home conceding 3 don't give you a chance.
The starting 11 has sort of picked itself in recent weeks. You've now got bodies back. Luke Russ back after 6 months out. He put himself into the frame for next week as well.
Well, not really, because he hasn't trained at all. We can't expect him to play 90 minutes. It was arguably I probably wanted to get him on 45, and I couldn't. The medical team weren't really happy or confident with that. So we have to be mindful that he's been out such a long time. He's only done 3 sessions of contact with us now, so listen, we'll top him up and keep his minutes on. That's why I did it. It was the right opportunity to do it. I thought young Louis Sweeton did well again when he went on. He continues to do that. Jordan Alves went on and was positive. Alex obviously is different because he goes up there and we can win flick-ons and it links and sticks with him. But yeah, there's obviously lots of question marks for next week. We'll have to have a really good week of training, analyse Merthyr, FA Cup. It's a game we've got to go and win at home. But the boys take confidence from it because we're at home. I know that, and we look more like us. That's for sure. Today we didn't. We just weren't us, and we've spoke about it already in the dressing room. We'll have lots of conversations as to why, if physically they didn't feel right, why didn't they feel right. We're all honest with each other, and it's a game of football we've lost. We just make sure the next one we don't lose, and then we try and get some consistency in our performances and in the points tally as well. Because at the moment we're a bit below where we want to be, as in regards to points tally. And everyone say, well, it's early in the season. Well, we're 8 games in now. Start to get to 10 games. You've just got to really see some consistency and see some more points on the board if we can. So, yeah, body's coming back's a massive positive, and we'll analyse it, like I said, and we'll go again next Saturday.
Thanks for chatting to us, Jerry.
Cheers. Thanks, Matt.